has been kind of sporadic, and they're in a interesting conference to say the least. That Big East can be very chaotic at times. It's Georgetown in the blue and Quinnipiac in the white as we get underway here for game one. Dangerous play around the Quinnipiac net, or Georgetown net, I should say, and they will be able to get away for now. Legal Eagle sending this one in. Center down in front for Serene, but he can't find the touch. Redirected back into the net, and James is there to get that one away. Ang looking for a play as Captain Levi sends it down. And this one will be cleared away by two Quinnipiac players for the moment. Ang now sending this one. Captain Levi's up. The shot is on. The shot is good, and Captain Levi strikes first for the Hoyas.
Yeah, that's a great play. Ang misses his clear attempt. He tried to pinch it off the wall, but instead of going downfield, it popped up into the air. Captain Levi with a nice read, seeing that go up into the air, he's able to tap it into the back of the net, put Georgetown up by 1 early.
This kickoff goes just slightly in favor of Georgetown, but Captain Levi has to back off of this ball. Legal Eagle recentering this one, and Quinnipiac will regroup here. Ang keeping this one along the boards and gets it over top of one, but Serene is there. Serene using the corner to his advantage, centers it down. Legal Eagle to tap that one in, make it 2-0.
Yeah, really nice capitalization right there. Serene is able to get it centered right here. It drops down for Legal Eagle, and James there on the side of Quinnipiac really doesn't do much in terms of going up for the ball. He kind of just stays on the ground, which is an interesting decision, especially at this level of Rocket League. Most of your shots are up high. You need to be able to get up off the ground to be able to effectively tend the goal. He wasn't able to there, and Georgetown's able to go up by 2.
Legal Eagle to send this one back in, and the Hoyas offense, it is slowly pushing in, and it's found 2 openings so far. Quinnipiac struggling to get this one out, and Legal Eagle again from inside the box, making it 3-0.
Yeah, James right there attempts a clear but misses, and because of that, it's read by Georgetown, knocked back in. Legal Eagle reads the ball, careening out in front of the net. He's able to put that in, put them up by 3 now. Really looking to see Quinnipiac clean up that defensive rotation because they're kind of getting burned right now.
And that's the danger of trying to clear one off the sideboards. If there is a player there waiting, they get a good touch off the wall. It is an easy center, and Quinnipiac falling victim to it there.
Yeah, definitely. When you're going for the power clearances, like I've said many times, one of the most, if not the most important play in the defensive end, you try and clear it up the center of the field for exactly that reason, especially in this level of collegiate Rocket League. These players are able to read that ball off the wall and knock it back down towards the net. Very important to try and keep the ball towards the center of the field when you're trying to clearance, and that evidence right there for that goal.
Captain Levi to send this one down in. Serene biting early, can't find a shot on goal. Ang looking for the clear, but Legal Eagle keeps it in. Quinnipiac will be able to get a clear, but it's dished right back on by Captain Levi inside the crossbar and down. Georgetown up 4-0.
Yeah, they're really starting to run away with this one. There's a really nice defensive coverage right there by Captain Levi, and that strong clearance down the center of the field, what I was just talking about, to get it out of his own defensive zone. On net, none of the Quinnipiac defenders were able to get up to it, and Georgetown leads by 4.
Just about half the game remaining here, so not out of the woods yet. Ang with a good clear, can't find a follow-up touch on that one. Captain Levi looking for the redirect, following the ball towards his own goal, but now it is dumped back down off the backboard. Captain Levi finds a touch. Serene trying to clean up the play, but he is denied by James. Captain Levi to push this one back in, trying to up the pace once more. Over top of one, Soul Cake retreating. Serene on the double tap, down for Legal Eagle. He will score to make it 5-0.
Yeah, try saying that one 3 times fast. Legal Eagle, really nice play right there. On a nice backboard feed from Serene, drops it down to the front of the net. Quinnipiac's defense not pushing that ball, despite the fact that they had all 3 defenders in the net there, unable to make that save. And Georgetown takes a 5-0 lead.
Legal Eagle cannot find the touch off of that ramping ball, so Serene now to keep this one in. Ang forced to make an awkward play there as Captain Levi was going for the bump. Now Legal Eagle looking for the double tap, can't find it. Ang sends it across. Captain Levi is there but cannot find the touch, and Serene once again just keeping this ball into the offensive zone. It feels almost like hockey style where you just dump that ball in, chase after it, and see what can come of it.
Yeah, hockey, something I know very well. Dump and chase style of play is something utilized in hockey quite often, at all levels of hockey, believe it or not. And I've heard comparisons made before, a really strong comparison that Rocket League can mirror hockey in terms of the zone possessions and how you play with the ball. And right there, you saw another good zone entry from Georgetown. Very effective zone entry, send the ball down to the corner, popped it out on front, able to put it in, put them up 6-0.
Just over, or just under a minute and a half remaining here. And Quinnipiac looking to try and get anything going offensively, but they can't fight. Can't quite find a clear as Captain Levi had a good chance there for the moment, but now James chips it over top of one. Wins the challenge against Legal Eagle. He's able to steal the corner boost, and Aang is up for this one. James trying to get back to it. Does find a touch, but Captain Levi wins the challenge and gets a second touch on it. Aang to dump this one back down in, but Serene is there. James now, from his own post, takes this one up the wall. Gets a good clear. Aang taken to the skies, can't find the touch on it. And Soulcake now retreating, trying to find a touch onto this ball. Denies one, and Legal Eagle will backtrack as James had a little bit of space to work with and does get a favorable pinch. So Captain Levi retreating here with 30 seconds remaining. Quinnipiac can't gather up possession.
No, yeah, they haven't had. It's almost like they've had no possession all game long, and the shots that they're getting on net are just not grade A. They're really just kind of haphazardly thrown on net, and they're not getting the possessions that they want. Definitely look to see them clean up their offensive rotation in between games 1 and 2.
First two quality chances, and they get caught overextended because of it. Legal Eagle gets the gets the goal on this one to make it 7-0 with 10 seconds remaining.
Oh, just a slow roller, tickles the twine, hits the back of the net. You gotta love it. No defense able to get back to it, and because of that, Legal Eagles able to put Georgetown up by 7.
Might be looking for one more. Serene leaves that one. The shot by Captain Levi is off. Legal Eagle can't find the rebound as time expires, but this one is all done and dusted. Georgetown take game one cleanly.
Yeah, very strong performance from Georgetown. On the flip side, an interesting defensive game from Quinnipiac. They really weren't able to find their footing in their own defensive zone, and Georgetown was just able to capitalize on every single mistake that they made. 7-0. That's a pretty decent score line. Uh, Definitely looking for Quinnipiac to clean up that defensive play, focus on clearing the ball down the center of the field, out of their zone, and play a counterpunch game, because that's the way I see them getting back into this series.
And for Georgetown, taking that huge lead is a huge boost for them. As we said, they had yet to take a game through their first two games this season, but also it feels like the speed of this team is just something else that we haven't seen from them before.
Yeah, no, definitely. Georgetown playing with a fast-paced game, fast game style, and Quinnipiac isn't able to catch up to it. Similarly to the series we just saw between Montana and Niagara, where Montana dominated the speed game and Niagara wasn't able to keep up. Seeing very similar play styles here. So look to see Quinnipiac try and slow this game down, take some possessions away from Georgetown to get themselves back into this series.
And you have to wonder as well if Georgetown might be taking notes from their conference competitors because Georgetown is part of that Big Eastern Conference, which is, like I've said, very chaotic. It feels like at times the number 6 seed could take down the number 1 at any moment, and the rankings just kind of get thrown out the window.
Yeah, definitely. Big East is a conference where you can put any team against any team, and it'll be an interesting game. And that's what I love about that conference. Chaotic is the perfect word for it. Always a good matchup between two of those teams.
And for Quinnipiac too, they are in a MAC conference that feels a little top heavy at times with teams like Marist and Fairfield kind of dominating in recent history. But Quinnipiac was the third seed in that MAC conference by the end of the regular season. Not quite living up to expectations this year, but that comes with trying to, like we said, fill the new shoes.
Yeah, definitely. I've played against Quinnipiac a number of times myself, playing for Siena, and they were always a tough competition. Really shows what a difference one player can make on a team. When you lose that top guy, it can really kind of send you spiraling into like a shuffle mode where you don't really know what to do. So really looking to see them gel, mesh, and figure this vacancy out.
As we get ready for game number 2, Saber J subbing in on the side of Quinnipiac as Aang, trying to get the offense going, cannot find a touchdown inside the box, so Captain Levi will have a play here. Gets that one down, does find an awkward touch, but Saber J is there once again. Young Scholar also in as a substitute for the side of the Hoyas. Has a chance of possession here, but Legal Eagle combining with it for that play. The pinch down and the rebound. Not sure Legal Eagle was expecting that second touch, so a chance gone wide for the Hoyas.
Yeah, definitely, but that's a good offensive start for them. Immediately into the Quinnipiac zone. That's what you want to see, that fast start. Keep that speed play that they did so effectively last game.
Recentered here, going for a demo. The shot, the bouncer off the post and out from Young Scholar. Can't quite find the goal he wanted, and that one will be cleared away. Saber J able to take the boost. Redirected now inside the box. Young Scholar can't find the touch as the first minute of action has passed, and Quinnipiac with a little bit more possession this time around.
Yeah, definitely looking like they've made the necessary adjustments between game 1 and game 2. And oh no! Just as we were saying that, an unfortunate own goal. Captain Levi dumps it out of his own zone. Gets caught up in the corner, mistouched there, and then Saber J, the recent sub-in, accidentally puts it into the back of his own net. That's a heartbreaker for Quinnipiac.
Heartbreaker indeed, as not quite sure Saber J was expecting that ball to get past his teammate, but either way, the Hoyas will take it. So Aang now sending that one high into the box, but it will be cleared away by Young Scholar. Does manage to find another touch. Gets it centered for James. The shot is on, but Legal Eagle makes the stop. Saber J on the rebound. Denied by Captain Levi. And look at the counterattack here. Some physicality as they get the demo. The chance in front is no one is there. I believe another demo on the rotation back came through for the side of Quinnipiac, and that will delay the offense of the Hoyas for now. But this shot is on. Saber J retreating, makes the save. The rebound, no one finds the touch, and Saber J will get the clear.
That's a fantastic save by Saber J, and one that needed to happen because Georgetown was starting to establish pressure in the offensive zone, and once that happens, it's hard to take that pressure away. And when pressure is established for too long, teams tend to freeze up in their own defensive zone, so it's a definite necessary save and clear right there by Saber J.
One will be denied by Legal Eagle, now trying to work his way through his own corner. Ball gets forked away from him for a shot, and Captain Levi is there. Young Scholar drops that one down for Captain Levi once again. Young Scholar's touch is out wide. Aang is there, redirected by Saber J, and now James has a little bit of space to work with. Gets it over Captain Levi, but Legal Eagle is there, centering this one. Shot down in front, but Young Scholar able to respond. Has a play off the wall here, opts to send it through the corner once more. Can't find a bump, and Aang will be able to clear it. So Quinnipiac now, through that about past minute or so, doing a good job of not allowing Georgetown any more high-quality chances.
Yeah, and if this game does end up being a one-goal game, that own goal is going to sting even more for Quinnipiac because they've had a very strong defensive game to open up this game too. Definitely looking to see them convert in the offensive zone.
Saber J, low on boost, couldn't find the touch he needed, and Legal Eagle now to send this one forward. Young Scholar, good touch to center that ball, but Georgetown, the team kind of retreating, and the second man not ready for it. Now James sends this one back for Aang. Through the corner once more, Young Scholar is there. Aang trying to center this one for James, but Captain Levi quick to respond. Legal Eagle, the ball gets past him, and he can't find the corner boost. He will try and get that one away from Saber J, but no dice there. Lots of push here from Saber J, trying to up the ante here. Two players commit on that ball, and Legal Eagle will find a double tap to get this one cleared away. A minute remaining, and again, that was, I guess, really that chance from Quinnipiac, that was one of their better opportunities so far this set.
Yeah, that was a really strong chance. It was really a good sign. If they can keep trending in that direction, they'll definitely be able to compete in this set. But oh man, an unfortunate defensive breakdown, a missed clear right there, and Young Scholar capitalizes on it to put Georgetown up by 2.
James and Saber J get caught out of position. James kind of gets caught in no man's land, and Saber J needed boost. So Georgetown with a little bit of an insurance goal late here in game number 2, but 43 seconds is a lot of time in Rocket League.
Absolutely plenty of time, but Quinnipiac needs to get on their horse, and they need to do it now because time will bleed away quickly. I know we say a lot that, you know, just a few seconds, a minute, it's a lot of time in Rocket League, and it is, but if you don't focus on getting the ball down into the offensive zone, if you don't focus on it, that time will bleed away very quickly.
James almost misflipped and let the ball trickle into his net, but Quinnipiac able to recover here, but do they have enough in the tank to get something on the board? Saber J gets bumped and can't find the touch, an opportunity gone wide, and now James just trying to bump Young Scholar off this ball, but time is running out. That shot is denied and time will expire here. The backflip to get that ball to the ground means Georgetown take game 2.
Yeah, and that was a real defensive game right there. Only one real goal scored by Georgetown. Obviously, the own goal is the secondary one. Really tight defensive game. Both teams matched up pretty well against each other. Definitely a change of pace from that game 1 where Georgetown just dominated Quinnipiac.
Quinnipiac actually out shooting Georgetown this game only by 1 goal, but it is worth noting that Quinnipiac, the chances were there this game. It was a lot closer than that first game.
Yeah, certainly made the necessary adjustments between game 1 and game 2. Unfortunately for them, still dropping game through. So it'll be interesting to see which adjustments they make from game 2 to game 3, because if they keep trending in that direction, the next logical step is they take a game away from Georgetown.
And for the Hoyas, it feels like the game plan is if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But for Quinnipiac, I really liked the movement we saw from Saber J. It looked like he was willing to kind of push the pace for the Bobcats.
Yeah, really an effective sub in by the Bobcats. Quinnipiac, they really didn't get it going in that first game. Subbed in Saber J, and he really made an impact in that second game. And that's exactly what you want from your substitutes. When your primary lineup isn't clicking, isn't working as well as you'd hoped, that's what the subs are there for, to be able to bring into the game and change the pace a little bit. So definitely an effective substitute. Looking to see more from him this game.
So what's the key factor here for game number 3? What does Quinnipiac need to do to give themselves a shot at this set?
Well, first of all, like I've said 1,000,001 times, power clearance is very big against a Georgetown team that likes to play fast and heavy in the offensive zone. But number 2 is get quality shots on net. They had more shots than Georgetown, yes, but they only had a few quality shots on net. So take your time if you need to. Set up in the offensive zone and get those grade A chances. But as I say that, Legal with a really nice play right there. A power clearance right there. That's the effectiveness of the power clearance. Puts power on the ball up the center of the field. Quinnipiac's defenders couldn't get back to it, and because of that, Georgetown is up by 1 early.
Defenders, as you said, not able to get back to the ball, and in a situation like that, you have to wonder if the Bobcats got a little eager and a little lead-footed trying to go upfield, get their offense going, trying to give themselves a shot, and end up biting a goal against for it.
Yeah, that's something that can happen a lot in this game, is when you're riding momentum. They obviously played better in that game. They wanted to focus on their offense this game, clearly by the way that they've started this one out. But you can't forget your defense, because things like that can happen. You can get caught flat-footed in your own defensive zone, and then it's costly.
Another long ball here from the Hoyas, and that one will be denied by James. Recentered there. Serene can't find the touch as he reappears in this game. Young Scholar now sending this one down in. Redirected. Serene is there, and Serene will score, make it 2-0.
That's a really great pass by Young Scholar out of the corner. He pinches it off the wall, gets it to Serene. Just a really nice play. Unfortunately for Quinnipiac, their defender wasn't able to get that aerial touch that would have dismantled that play entirely, but Georgetown up by 2.
Dangerous kickoff is saved by Legal, and Saber J can't find the touch. Rebound. Serene denies the chance by James. Ang can't find a touch in the aerial there, and Young Scholar now trying to counterattack here. Unable to find a touch towards the central area is Legal, and it will be a counterattack now for the Bobcats. Saber J looking for the backboard. Ang too far forward, tips it back, looking for James, but Young Scholar, the only one there, gets it by one, down in front, and Ang on the retreat kicks that one wide, and now Saber J looking to up the pace once again. Up high off the corner, Legal Eagle able to respond, get that one down and away, can't find a second touch onto it, so Saber J chipping this one back into the offensive zone for the Bobcats. James has to retreat as a good clear came out from Young Scholar. Now rebounding off the corner of the ceiling. Ang tips that one mid. James is there. Serene found a touch on it, but Young Scholar will have to respond to this ball. Wins the challenge once again as we approach the halfway marker, and Quinnipiac still not able to find that golden opportunity to shoot.
Yeah, and a few plays ago, a couple minutes ago, they had that really great opportunity. Saber J one-on-one with the defender actually had an open net. He wasn't able to capitalize on that. And if this game ends up being a win for Georgetown, you have to think back to that play. Had they converted on that goal, had Saber J made that touch, would this be a different game entirely?
Legal Eagle backtracking here as this one gets dumped in by Saber J once again, or rather it's Ang as Saber J trying to keep this one in the zone. James retreating, can't find a touch onto the ball. Young Scholar gets by one. Saber J there is able to get a fortunate pinch as he is able to clear that ball away and keeping the pressure on, looking for the backboard. He is denied by Serene. James maintaining some offensive pressure here, but the ball gets over top of him, and Saber J picking up the corner boost. Georgetown, the pressure on once again. Saber J now able to get the clear, and that feels like the key game plan. Saber J gets the clear, and the other two players are looking to find some offense, but so far the Hoyas have been able to shut it down.
Yeah, they've been playing very, very effective defense. Their defensive rotation on the side of Georgetown has been very efficient, very strong. And that stems from the way that they set up in the offensive zone. Really one of the classic examples of your offensive rotation where you've got one man riding the midline just in case that the other team's able to clear it out of their zone. You have that defender back. And they've had a really effective defensive rotation because of that.
Another clear towards the sideboard. Serene is there to answer for the Hoyas. Saber J dumps this one down in. Legal Eagle taken to the skies once more. Wins a challenge. Young Scholar backpassing dangerous towards the net. Ang now to respond. Gets a second touch, and Legal Eagle is there. The quality chance is not there. No power behind that shot, and now you got to be wondering if there's enough time on the clock for the Bobcats.
Yeah, it's going to start bleeding away fast. They need 2 goals. It's going to be at least a goal every 10 seconds for them to get back into this. And that's a very nice save on a great opportunity for Quinnipiac to get back into this.
A huge stop in front. That might be the one that clinches the set as we're down to 5 seconds now, and the ball has to traverse the whole field, and Legal Eagle will get one more for the road. Georgetown up 3-0.
Yeah, and this is an impossibility now. There's no way. No, there's no way. This is just done. That's a nail in the coffin goal. 3 goals, 2 seconds, Georgetown.
And the Hoyas here in week 5, picking up their second EGF victory this season, and it is in sweep-style fashion. They win this game 3-0. They win the set 3-0. It's the Hoyas on top.
That was a very convincing win all the way down their lineup. Their substitutions very effective as well. It seems like they're not playing with a set starting lineup. The only mainstay throughout all 3 of those games was Legal Eagle. Serene had subbed out once. Captain, I'm forgetting the second
Captain
part
Levi.
of his name. Captain Levi subbed out of the game once. Really, so it seems like they rely on a substitute rotation rather than a set starting lineup, and that seemed to be really effective for them.
And depth in the roster in Rocket League is very important. We've seen some teams that have that style of, one-man army, and it can only get you so far.
Yeah, definitely. That depth in the lineup is something that's very key, and that's really because if one man, like I said earlier, one man has an off game, you can take him out, set him to the side, put another man in, and that substitute can be just as effective as the starting rotation player. So it's very important to have a deep roster.
And for Quinnipiac, they fall here. They remain winless this season through the first 5 weeks. But I did like what I saw from the Bobcats in terms of having building blocks. Specifically, Saber J seemed to be that type of player that brought a lot of pace to the lineup.
Yeah, he's fed up their game. He played well in the defensive